Make sure I get the notification.
We are live. What's going on, guys? And welcome to another episode of Sunday Night Live. I'm your host, yakinwithsarah, and this is your co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Oh, I'm Tim. This is my son, Andrew, my daughter, Alyssa,
Hi.
and my mom, Lena.
Hello.
And we're Whisker Stix family.
All right. Hang on one second. We'll pull up my chat here. Put it over my face because I don't need to see that. And I'm going to share this on Facebook.
I'm right there. Have you seen it?
Are you?
Yeah.
Wait. Well, hang on, guys. We're going to have to do this one more time. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Night Live. I'm your host, yakinwithsarah, and this is your co-host. And you go ahead and introduce you guys one more time.
My name's Tim. You guys know me. This is my son, Andrew.
And I'm Alyssa.
This is my mom, Lena.
Hi.
We're the Whisker Stix family.
This is the Whisker Stix, guys. As promised, I told you guys that they would be on here this week. I'm going to share this on my Facebook page real quick while everyone's kind of getting in here. Then we're going to go in. Go ahead and let me know if there is an echo right now, guys. Hopefully that's not an issue right now.
I don't hear it on my end.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it on YouTube still. I want to see the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to share it on the Yakin with Sarah page and my main Facebook page.
Ugh.
There we go.
On your legs.
You're a little heavy.
It says I'm offline for some reason. Let me check that out.
Nothing's popping up on YouTube. Usually as soon as you fire it up, it notifies me.
Hang on, let me check something real quick.
All right, you don't want to stay on the whole show. You can get up and go back to the living room if you want. Okay.
Alright, we have people in here.
All right.
Old Man Catfishing says howdy, everybody.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hi.
In case you guys missed the intro, which I have a feeling everyone did, welcome to another episode. We've got Tim in here from Whisker Stix. We've got his son and daughter and his mom in here.
Hello.
Let's see. Twisted Fishing, what's up, y'all? Hope you all had a great Easter.
Hi.
How's it going, Twisted?
That's Frank.
You see this sunburnt face? I was outside almost all day.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah. Gonna give a couple of minutes for folks to get in, and we'll
I'm
go
still
from
not seeing
there.
it come up on mine.
What's that?
It's still not showing up on my YouTube.
Still not showing up? Did you guys get a notification saying that I was going live? Dewey, Twisted, Old Man?
Let me check Facebook too.
We have ice and snow here. We had lots of sun today.
We
Saw it
got
on Facebook.
Tuesday, and then it's going to drop back down to 30s next day.
Tomorrow.
So you're not getting the notification.
I'm not seeing it yet.
Well, that's not good.
Maybe it's just me. I wanted to see the live chat.
Yeah. I wonder why it's not showing up. It's public.
Let me try to go to your channel instead of the description.
Usually I've got more folks in here too, so that's a little odd.
No, that's an old one. Okay, I found it.
There we go.
I see Sarah now. We're all looking down.
Yep.
There we go. Cool.
So let's see. You're on the north side of the snow. I'm guessing I'm somewhere south of the snow. I don't think we'll be getting any more this year, I hope. Let's see something real quick.
There's the live chat. Cool.
I'm wondering.
Frank, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, I'm wondering why it's not showing up for everybody. That's a little odd.
Let
We
me
just
share it on
left
my
your channel
stuff, too.
before you came on and it didn't say you were going live. Alrighty. Yeah, I got your message right before I went live on Facebook.
I'm sharing it on my Whisker Stix page and my personal Facebook.
Awesome.
There we go.
It's me.
I need to scoot Andrew over a little bit more. There we go.
Looks like we got about 5 on right now. Alright guys, go ahead and get your questions ready for Tim and his family. We're going to talk about his business, and I guess you're just kind of answer whatever they throw at you, right? And then we're just going to kind of chit-chat.
Yep. You're welcome, Frank. Frank said he got his blacklight sticks the other day.
That is awesome. I've got 2 ordered, my blue ones.
We got them packed up and ready to ship tomorrow.
That is awesome.
Tell them you're on YouTube. Alyssa says she started up her own YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm really on YouTube.
Alyssa Marie Hardwick, I think, is the channel name. We've got 1 subscriber, and it's me. What's up,
right.
Jim?
Hi.
Let's see here. Old man says he'll be ordering this week. What's up, Big Fish? Big Fish, did you get a notification about my live stream by chance? Trying to figure out some stuff real quick.
Everybody go and share. Get the word out.
Share it. Twisted finally got a webcam.
All right.
Let me pull up the picture of my questions I took. Let's show that. Alright, so they are getting notifications now. I've got 8 people in here now, so it's growing now. Awesome.
Cool.
So welcome everybody. I see the notifications are finally popping up on our channel. I've got Tim in here from Whisker Stix Fishing. I'm sorry, Whisker Stix LED Lights.
Same thing.
Yep. And his link to his Facebook is in the description below. So you definitely want to go and like that and make sure you're following that and make sure you're ordering from that, correct?
Yep.
Awesome.
Send a message to the page and you get in touch with Molly, and Molly will be the one that takes your invoice and sends stuff out to you.
Awesome. So do you guys have any questions for Tim as far as the business side goes or as far as the lights go? Any questions? He's going to be answering them tonight with his family, and I've got some questions myself for him that I came up with. Don't forget Tim's mom, Lena. Hi, Lena. Says Kentucky Catman.
He's a business manager now.
Business manager.
Yeah, I take care of all the business side of it. Make sure everything's running right.
You got to keep him straight. That's right.
All myself, and now she's handling the business stuff and the tournament coordination, and Molly's handling the inventory and the sales and billing and keeping everything sorted out, and does all the supervisor, Frank says.
I'm going to start off and ask you how you got started.
Well, I used to buy these lights myself a long time ago, a few years back, and I used them all the time growing up. I grew up fishing since I was these guys' age. My dad take me out all over the place. I actually grew up in the pay lake industry doing catfishing for the most part. Did most of my catfishing. And back about 2016, I got tired of buying lights that other people made, and they'd only last for a trip or two. And I was just sitting there on the couch one day, and I looked at my wife and said, I think I can make one myself. And she said, okay. And I said, I'm going to try and make one better, last longer, higher quality. She said, give it a shot. So I went and bought some materials and slapped some things together. And after a few redesigns on them, we come up with the model that we have now. And around the time I started making them, I got out of the pay laking, seen what they were doing, didn't want nothing to do with it no more, and haven't really looked back since. And now I got one that everybody else can use for thousands of different ways.
Very cool. Let's see. What are your current products?
Current product we really got right now is we got the lights, of course. We had 5 colors all year last year for 2017. We bumped it back up to 10 this year. The new colors are orange, purple, slow changer, fast changer, and the ultraviolet black light. Now we have 10 different colors. And aside from that, we've got these hoodies here. We got t-shirts like she's wearing.
We got
the Teespring web store up now for things like apparel. You got kids shirts, kids hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, sweaters. Don't have hats yet. I got to find somebody else to make hats.
We got iPhone cases for iPhone 6 and 7. We also got leggings for the women. We also got pastel type t-shirts, beach towels,
stickers.
You got it all.
We got leggings for the ladies out too now.
So basically, just go on the Teesprings on our page. All they got to do is just go at the top of our Facebook page and hit Whisker Stix Apparel, and then you can go on there and then you can see everything that we're selling.
Very cool. The old bastard says, hey. K-Bug, his daughter says, hey. Hey to you both.
What's going on?
Hi. What I'm doing is asking Whisker Stix LED Lights some questions, and I'm going to get you guys to ask some questions. Then we're just going to talk back and forth for the hour, and yeah, we're going to go about it that way.
And fire away, whatever you guys want to know. I'm an open book.
Yeah. How do you purchase these lights?
We got a few different ways to do it right now. The main is, of course, through the Facebook page. You can send us a message, let Molly know what you want to order. We got all the pricing information on a post on the page, and I'll repost it later tonight since we just had the official price change start today.
Yeah.
But for people who's watching right now, we got 2 categories. You got your $13.49 for 3 and $44.99 for 10. And the basic ones are, or not the basic, the specialty lights are just $1 more on them same tiers. You got $5.99 for 1, $16.49 for 3, and $54.99 for 10. And they cost a little bit more because they're a little bit more expensive on the bulbs, and they do fancier things. You got the black light. It makes stuff like high-vis mono, glow, slime line. You can light up your gym shoes, posters in your room, whatever. And then the color changers are, of course, color changers. They flicker and flash and do all kinds of cool stuff.
Right.
So those are a little bit more of expensive lights. So we got them $1 more. So you can order those on the Facebook page. Let Molly know what you want. She'll send you a PayPal invoice, and you can pay with your PayPal account. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can send the you can do guest checkout for any other type of card you want to do, and that includes prepaid cards. If you don't have a bank account for some reason, I know some guys asked about sending money orders or checks. You can go buy an actual prepaid Visa, and you can use that as a guest checkout too if you wanted to buy something online. So that's an option. And then we have some other dealers too. Hooker's Terminal Tackle is one. You can buy them there. Hook Setter USA with Muddy River Catfishing, you can get them there. You can get them on the Catfish Conference web store. And we have some other local dealers around the country too. Jesse Laredo is a big one down in San Antonio. If you live in that area, you can get them directly from him in person.
Mm-hmm. And we also got a website that we're building. Yeah. And once the website is ready, we'll announce it. and then that way you can order through there, and then it'll come directly through us, and then it'll give you different options of payment, and then it'll basically give you more information on how Tim started, and everyone that's involved, like me, and then Molly. So it'll be a little bit more detail.
Awesome. Hey, Musky just joined the chat. Dewey asked, the lights are made for the end of your rod, but I've seen them underwater. Could they be used near the bait?
Yes, they absolutely can. And that's the great thing about Whisker Stix. They're submersible. I could drop this one here in my pop right now. It won't phase it. You can use them underwater. I've tested them down to depths of 100 feet at East Fork State Park near the main reservoir dam. And they are submersible, but they are not 100% waterproof. So you have to keep in mind the battery and the pins are metal. They are prone to rust over a period of time. So it just depends on how well you take care of them will dictate how long they last you for water use. A lot of people put them on bobbers, planer boards. You can zip tie them to your Demon Dragon if you want to light it to your Demon Dragon. You could zip tie it to the hook if you wanted to.
Right.
But they're great for underwater, and especially these green ones, all those crappie lights, they're green. And the idea of it is to attract bait fish in so the predator comes to where the bait is, and if they're all surrounding your hook, you're essentially chumming with light like you would do with a hair rig for carp and corn. So they work great just when you take them out. If you're bringing a fish in or you're just checking your bait or you're moving, whenever you bring your line in, just pull the battery out, blow the water out of the inside of the boot, wipe your battery off, and then you can chuck it back out there, and that will significantly prolong your time. Something else you can do is use the white lithium grease, the dielectric grease, and that'll keep water out too. It's just a little more messier.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The reason we don't use it is because when we pack them, you don't want that mess in all the packages.
Right.
Yeah.
Put the business card in, we put the reusable zip tie. So that's just an option that the individual person can do themselves.
Steve Douglas just said he's stopping by to say hey to all of us. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve. How you doing, bud?
Hi.
Your shop is looking amazing. That video you put out, it looks great.
Appreciate Steve doing the conference tickets like this year. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Musky said, how do you tie them to planer boards? I sort of want lights for some of mine.
Oh, that's a tricky question. A lot of planer boards are made different, and they have different ways they're built and manufactured. So it kind of depends on what planer board you're using. But for the most part, I know Doc Lang uses them. He'll use tape. Some guys will tape them to him depending on how you can mount them to him. You do have the reusable zip tie that you can zip tie it to something if you're able to. Another example, the original clearboard planer boards, a XX tackle. BJ Ayers, he makes those. They just got that big styrofoam block, so you could actually just cut a slit into the styrofoam and just shove that the battery part right here, right down into it, and it'll hold it really good. Ronnie is a planer board maker, and he's looking into actually retrofitting a slot specifically designed for Whisker Stix to go into.
That would be awesome.
Something to look into down the road too.
Yeah, that way it'll be a combo. They'll get the planer board, and plus they'll get our light for at one cost.
Yeah, if it works out good and he can get it to work out good, we're going to let him buy the Whisker Stix at a wholesale price, and then he's going to package them with his planer boards when he sells them.
Yeah.
Glue a piece of noodle to the top and make a slot. There's an idea too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. Do you have any new products in the works right now?
We're brainstorming on a few different things. I don't want to let too much information out just yet, but it does entail focusing on bank fishing. There's not a lot of demand or a lot of supply out there for bank fishing stuff. If you look at Walmart, Bass Pro, Cabela's, any outdoor store, sporting goods even, say a rod holder, for example. The rod holders that you buy in stores, they're not really all that tough or durable even, and the ones that are tough aren't really worth the money and the time it takes to assemble them. And a lot of the products that involve bank fishing that I've noticed over the last couple of years is a lot of it's homemade backyard project stuff that people come up with on their own. And we're going to try to look to utilize some of those items that have been made over the years and try to market them and see if we can get them manufactured. So somebody doesn't have to spend a week making some of these things and they can just buy it at an affordable price. So we're looking at some things that's going to be focusing on bank fishing and have them at the conference next year for people to check out too.
That would be awesome. Doing happy Easter to you too. Musky said for king salmon, trolling the lights would be great.
I never considered them for salmon fishing.
Venture out.
Yeah. Biggest cat ever caught on Whisker Stix. To my knowledge, that I've caught off a boat, me and Don Wheatley and Chris Stoufflet were fishing a tournament on the Potomac River between Virginia and DC. And we were just maybe 2 miles away off of a cove near the Washington Monument. And we landed into a 44-pound blue cat.
Wow.
With Whisker Stix on the rods. And it was actually with a Santee rig, Santee Cooper rig. We had a green light on a peg float on the Santee rig. And we caught it on a big cat fever rod with a blue Whisker Stix on the rod tip.
That's awesome.
We got second place in that tournament. We got 400 pounds of blue cats that night in the boat.
Topwater King, no worries. I'm having issues with my notifications. Apparently they didn't go off for this video, so I apologize to everyone for that. Not really sure what's going on with YouTube right now. But welcome to the live stream. I've got Whisker Stix in here. We're going over some questions. He has a LED light business. Catfish Bill, what's up? Happy Easter to you as well.
What's going on, Bill? Tell Christian I said hi.
Hi. Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter, guys.
Let's see. When you buy the light, does it come with a battery?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I know this question.
Right here.
I know this answer, but do you sell batteries separately?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you buy a Whisker Stick, it comes like this. You got the card right here. You got the light. And on the back, you got a battery. And then you got the reusable mount tie. So that every time you buy one, they're all individually packed. If you buy 100 lights, you're getting 100 of these. They come with a battery. The batteries last about 400 hours, in case somebody was wondering. And we do sell them separately for 50 cents a piece, or you can get a 5-card pack for $2.
Very cool. Let's see. I'm guessing my notifications started showing up. I just jumped from 10 to 18 people, so that's good. If you guys don't mind, after the stream, make sure you're checking out his Facebook page and liking it as well. I've got it linked in the description below.
We appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Do they hold up in salt water?
5,000 likes. If we hit 5,000 likes by August, we're going to do a huge giveaway. So.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Do you know if they hold up in salt water?
I actually haven't tried them in salt water myself. Danny Cowell took some down when he went on a trip to Florida, I think's what it was. And I don't know if he used them in the salt water, but he was inshore fishing with them, and he said they worked great.
Okay. Very cool. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos on it, but what's the durability on these?
Oh, man. We had a cool video down at the conference, and it's actually on the YouTube channel here. If you go to Whisker Stix Fishing, you can watch it. It's about 9 minutes long, something my brother edited. And some of the tests that we've done is we ran over it with my car. It's a 2012 Chevy Malibu. If that gives anybody any indication what that car would weigh, about 3,000 pounds or so.
Yeah.
Ran it over with the driver's side wheels 2 times, so it took 4 impacts from the wheels going forward and backward. Didn't phase it. We submerged them in ice for 24 hours at 25 degrees. And we thought the pressure of the ice pushing on it when the water expands might do something to it, but it didn't hurt anything at all.
That's awesome.
We took a sledgehammer.
Yeah, we took a 5 or 6 pound dead blow plastic ripped up the heat shrink boot a little bit. It put some tears in it, but you still couldn't pull it apart and separate it from the light.
Now, Oki also, he used a great big rock.
Big river rock.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he held it up and he dropped it on the light just to show people. And then he showed him, he's like, nothing happened to it. So.
And one other test we did, we tried suspending dead weight from the light itself to see how much tension it could take before it comes apart. And we use things like a mallet. We use a jack stand, and it ultimately took the weight of a cinder block that was about 12 pounds to get that to come apart. But can take that into consideration of what that scale would be. 12 pounds don't seem like a lot. On top of the fact that other heavy items were already being hung from it prior to the cinder block, which stressed it out and already had it weakened. If you look at Luke Nichols' video where he did a video with a Ugly Stick GX2, he tried to lift up a bucket of water, which I think was about 25 pounds of what it weighed, and that's all it took to finally break that rod through a dead weight lift. So you're never going to use 12 pounds of weight on these things to get them to be broken apart like that.
Anthony, yes, I got a lot of sun today. Big Fish asked if they work in minus 25.
Minus 25? I don't know. That's getting more into the science of the battery itself. I think the cold weather will definitely affect the performance of the battery. Extreme hot temperatures as well. That's more of a battery aspect than the actual light. The light is a dual layered tube and surrounded by sealant all the way around. The only things exposed is the battery and the pin. I used them in the wintertime, fishing in the dead of winter, and below 32 degrees, but I've never been minus 25. It doesn't get that cold here. Coldest I've had them is 25 degrees in that frozen ice.
Yeah, Big Fish is out of Canada, so he's dealing with a lot of cold weather right now.
I would love to hear feedback from you, man, and let me know if it works. That'd be something great to add to the resume on them.
Right.
That'd be awesome to find out if they do work at that cold of a temperature.
Yeah, that would be neat if you guys could collab on that.
I'd love to.
For all those that are just now stopping in, I know a couple of you said you're not getting a notification from it. I don't know what's going on with this stream tonight. No one got a notification apparently, but I'm happy to see all 17 of you in here. I've got Whisker Stix LED lights in here. And
we need to try Tannerite.
Need to try. And yeah, we're just gonna answer all his questions about his little business he's got. If you guys have questions about starting your own business, maybe he can help you out with that also. But I'm going off of the list that I have. If you guys have questions, he's going to be answering them.
Can they survive the Chinese test? I don't know what that is. You know what the Chinese test is, Sarah?
I don't know what it is. Anthony, what's the Chinese test?
So you see video on.
Can they survive the Chinese test you see videos on? Just kidding. I wish I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I don't get.
Sarah caught a monster bass today. Yes, I did. I caught a new PB today.
Congratulations.
She caught a pretty big bass last summer.
Yeah. 3-pound bass.
3-pound bass on her own.
Awesome. That is so neat.
They don't always sell, but I catch it always.
I've actually got a question from Dieter that he asked during Catfish Weekly that didn't get answered on there. It was, will there ever be a AAA version of the battery that's just a straight tube?
That'd be something to look into. I don't know. I've never actually thought about it. These lithium batteries, they last a super long time.
Yeah.
I know the AAAs, they're 3 volt also, or 1.5 volt or something. They would take a couple of those. You need 3 volts to power the bulb at its proper brightness.
Okay, gotcha.
That's something that ties into it, but I know there's different styles and shapes of batteries out there that I could probably utilize. We're just not on that big of a scale to where we can make so many various models just yet.
Yeah.
On the model on what we got right now, if we try to transfer that into a AAA battery, I think the AAA battery with the weight-wise would be too heavy especially if, you know, they're using it on their pole or their bobbers, you know. I mean, it'd be different if they're probably trying to use it for their live bait, but if they're actually wanting to use it to fish, I think the triple battery at this time would probably be too heavy.
Something else to consider is just down the basics as a shipping. There's lots of laws when it comes to shipping batteries. You can't have a battery exposed. It has to be in its own separate packaging or actually in the device that it's charging to use. And some even prohibit them from being airmail at all whatsoever. So there's a lot of laws that go into shipping batteries, especially lithium. They don't want any explosions or acid leaks.
Yeah.
So, I would either have to sell the batteries, sell them without the batteries, or find somebody that single packages single AAA batteries to go with them.
Okay, awesome. It's good to know that it'd probably be too heavy. Also, I'll get to get back.
Also, would change the cost. The cost would be a little bit more expensive because those type of batteries are more expensive.
Yeah. Dewey wants to know, how do you advertise?
How do we advertise? We haven't really paid for any form of advertising whatsoever since year. We're going to do so again this year. A lot of it's been social media and YouTube, and guys like you on YouTube who make videos of them and share them and tell their buddies.
And then we went to the conference down in Louisville.
Yeah, that made it go viral. It all started with one person, and to anybody who's out there that wants to try to do something, if they have a product idea or a service-based business idea, whatever it is, all it takes is one person to want to support it and like what you do, and it can explode. And that guy for me was Cesar Medina down in Texas. He bought 50 of these, the very first one. I'm going to get one to show you guys. He bought 50 of them, and then after that, he showed Chris Flores the lights. And then Chris invited me to the Catfish Conference, and it just kind of took off from there.
Let's see. Congrats. Thank you, Musky. No, I did not post a video of the PB yet, old bastard. I'm happy you like it, Anthony. Let's see. Twisted said the battery you use is probably the best.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
This was the very first light that I made. This was another one just like it. I took a purple Sharpie marker and colored the outside of it for her so it'd be pink.
Yeah.
But this is what started it all. This is the first model, and Caesar bought 50 of these.
And it's also a Whisker Stix.
Not too long after, I came up with this model, the second gen model. You see that battery? Still lights up. There's your blue.
And that's a Whisker Stix.
And we had a flaw with these down the road that I didn't foresee. It caused me to redesign them, and now we got the third model. This is actually 3.5 because we made some modifications to it.
Yeah.
Very cool. On that note,
it still works.
If you guys are okay with it, I'm going to show a little slideshow just so everyone can kind of see your lights all together. These are the 10 lights that they've got right now. So I'm going to show that real quick, and I'll let you guys know when it's over, because I think there's a little bit of delay from what you're watching.
Okay.
All right. So here they are, guys, in the dark, a couple of them. It's just a 30-second clip or so of all of their lights that they've got. You can see how well they light up. Super bright. Tim, how far out can they cast on a bobber and you still be able to see it?
At 100 yards, then.
100 yards, easy.
That is crazy. Insane. I love that UV light. That's so cool.
I think it's awesome when you put it near the slime line. I mean, it just makes that slime line just pop.
Yeah. And those are some pictures of it in the lights. You can kind of see it, and that clip is over. So, so you guys can kind of just tell how it looks. Did I miss catch of the week? Not yet, Anthony. It's coming. It's coming, I promise. I've used fish sticks before. Their battery won't hold up. How long will yours hold up?
400 hours.
400 hours.
I know fish sticks. I know the people who make them. They're in Paris, Kentucky. I've had some chats with them in the past, and everybody that makes this type of light, and a lot of the guys that make them actually do kind of look like this. Everybody makes their own different ways, different materials, different processes in their builds. And I'm not, of course, going to share what I do with mine, but I do put a lot of time and money into these, and I make the intent of them not being half taught over and over again. So
You want to know how many hours?
they're on the rod tip dry. You can get them at least 400 hours or more on one battery. The bulb is rated to last 100,000 hours, and if you do the math, that's 10 or 11 years, I believe. And submerged in the water, now that's a various number because it depends on how long you're leaving it in the water.
Hey, tell them what they should do after each use in the water.
Well, when you take them out, like Tim
I'll
said,
do a demo here.
you want to blow the inside out and wipe the battery off and kind of wipe
So
the. Go ahead.
I'll put it in my root beer. It's gonna be a little sticky now, but that's why it's a demo light. So it's still lit up. Dry it off, of course. You'll pull the battery out, dry it off. And I do this when I'm checking my bait, if I land a fish, if I bring it in and move spots because I'm a bank fisherman. Anytime I bring the line in, I just dry it off, blow it out as good as you can. Take a little can of air duster if you got it, and just blow it right out, and then it'll light right back up. Now, I have put these in a water bottle, and I have, if you take the time to scroll down through all my infinite videos, God bless you to find it. Page, there's water bottle tests. I did 2 of them, and I had one in there for 100 hours. And I think I got a 100-hour light over there I can show you guys. As long as you're keeping them dry, that's what makes them last long. If I drop this in the water bottle and I didn't pull it out for a week straight, what's going to happen is you'll see rust on the battery.
Rust on the
And the positive pin, which is the longer pin, that's one that takes all the beating from the corrosion. It'll wear down. Some of it will break off. And I had one in there for, I believe, almost 2 weeks. And it was still lit up. It was very dim, but there wasn't a lot of pin left on that positive pin.
Yeah.
I was able to make contact, and it was still able to light up. It just depends on how you're using it in the water, how well you're taking care of it. If you do things like take the little silica packs that come in electronics and stuff, put those in one of these bags when you're not using them. It keeps the moisture out, especially on really humid days where you get condensation built up inside the bag. That can build up the rust. That if you don't have silica bags, make you a little small rice pouch with some pantyhose and put it in there, and it'll help keep everything dry, keep moisture off, and it prohibits the rusting for a very long time. It's all about maintenance on them. That's what makes them last long.
Good to know. Heather, what's up? I'm glad you were able to make one. Twisted Fishing said lick both sides, wipe it off on your pants. Twisted said he's a huge supporter of yours. Adam, what's up? Murder Inc., what's going on? Looks like some people may be getting some notifications, or they're just stopping by. That's right. So I'm going to play this catch of the week real quick. And I'll do my monologue over it. So, guys,
I'll get your question after the catch of the week.
Yeah, we'll answer all your questions after the catch of the week. And we're coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Catch of the week. Where there's no fish too small, no wrong species, we just want to see you getting out there. First up, we've got Big Fish on YouTube. Catching this trout. It was a sea trout, 8.5 pounds. That's crazy. That's a huge trout. Huge trout.
Wow.
Another trout. I think you guys are rubbing it in. Musky Hans on YouTube. This is his girls. Caught this brown trout. Everyone's sending in these trout pictures, and they know that's my fish to catch this year. I think they're all rubbing it in. On YouTube, we've got The Weekend Angler. His caption for this: when the fish feel warmer than you are. It's been cold, and I think he's in Illinois this week. Another trout. Get out the house, go fish. Another trout in the Hobie. He even did a little video for me on my Facebook channel. just to rub it in a tad bit more, I think. YouTube Bottom Dollar Outdoors. Make sure you're checking this channel out. 14.9 pounds, I believe. Channel Cat. He's got some big things coming up on Santee Cooper in the next couple of weeks, having a tournament out there. And then we've got the Wyatt Life. I'm loving seeing all these pictures of all your wives and girlfriends. This is Cora's biggest largemouth bass ever. That is awesome. Wow. Dexter Teng. I believe he's out of Malaysia. I could be wrong. 16 kg red tail catfish. He's one of my Instagram followers, and I subscribe to him on YouTube. Awesome fish. Outdoors Weekly sent this in on a homemade fly. Gorgeous fish. Absolutely gorgeous.
Uh,
And then we've got Adam Outdoors. Make sure you're subscribing to all of these channels below. Every one of them is listed below in the description. Called North Pond, New York, about 6 inches long. Great fish. And then we've got Anthony Horton Fishing. Caught this last week. 8.2 pound largie. That is insane. I believe that's pretty close to your PB, if not your PB, Anthony. Then we got Danny Sizemore. Remember, you do not have to have a YouTube channel to be a part of this. He's making a point of that every week to send me in something. Caught this catfish. What a fish. And we've got RhinoFishing TV. Pulling this, I think it's 2.84. Yep, 2.84 pound bass. What a great fish. I had to include this. Fishin N Stuff sent this to me. He said the catch of his life is his wife. I had to do it, guys. That is too sweet. Now we've got the future. I told you I would be switching things around where I'm putting kids on their own kind of thing. So we've got on YouTube Old Man Catfishing. Sent this in of his grandson Bentley catching giants. Look at that face, guys. And then we've got Evan the Paid Tourist. This is Dylan James, 8 years old, first fish ever. That is awesome. I'm loving seeing these kids catching these fish. The Weekend Angler, his daughter Caitlin catching this bass. Love it. And that is it. Catch of the week. So make sure you're showing everybody some love in the comments section. And checking out everyone's YouTube channel. What do you guys think about that?
That is awesome.
Yeah. I'm loving seeing these every week. It is insane.
I like the wife catch the lifetime.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys something real quick. I got one of these water bottle lights right here, and this one I had at the 2017 Catfish Conference. So this thing's well over a year old now. It sat in the water for 100 hours with the same battery. I have the same battery here. I don't know if you can see the stain on the battery.
I can see it just a bit.
You can kind of see it up here towards the top. I'm going to plug this in. It still lights up. This battery actually has about 200 hours on it now since I've been using it for all the different videos every time I pull it out. But this thing's well over a year, probably a year and a half old now. Battery's the same age. Got a couple hundred hours on it, and it lit up that much even after all that abuse in the water.
That's crazy.
That's not taking it out every 10 minutes and drying it off either. That was kind of submersion.
Big Fish said, do they get warm?
They do not get warm.
Okay.
LED technology is really cool. It lasts forever. It has a very almost non-existent heat emission for just the one bulb that's in it. The batteries don't overheat. The only thing you have to watch maybe is not like you're going to use them in 100-degree weather in the middle of the day, but that might affect the battery if it's sitting in your truck and in your tackle box or something. Keep them in a cool, dry place.
Let's see. How is it attached to the line?
How does it attach to the line? We got a zip tie somewhere? Oh. The way you put this on your rod, I could go get my Muddy River flathead rod. Do a live demo. You guys want to see the Muddy River flathead rod?
That would be cool.
All right, I'll go get it. I nicknamed mine Toothless.
Toothless. I like it.
Is catfish or toothless?
Yeah. Murder Inc., if you set that trap out, I want to know how many lures you get off that thing. If you guys don't know Murder Inc.'s channel, he's a pretty funny guy. He does some interesting videos, to say the least. But he had one out the other day about how to get free lures. And he said what you do is you go and you take your, I guess it's a crawl trap, I think. It might be a different small trap, but it's a little trap, and you take it out to your fishing spot, and you put it where everyone throws their lures, and you weight it down really heavy. And you just catch everyone's lures all day long, and at the end of the day, you go get your trap out and get everybody's lures.
Easy money.
Uh,
This is the flathead rod. You guys didn't get to go to the conference and check them out. Bad little rod.
Chris, I mean, they have really developed a very good home. I love it.
I'm hoping to get one very, very soon. While
Got the
you're
blue cat rod will be coming out soon too.
while you're attaching that, Dewey wants to know the prices one more time, so maybe your mom can go over that.
All right. I just want to show this zip tie up close. I don't know if you guys can see the little button here, but it's a release button. So it's not like your everyday zip tie.
I've got some of those here, but not.
It's got a release button, so you can zip tie it on, then you can take it right back off. So all you're gonna do, I'll use the green since it's easier to see. Yeah, I'll use the green. You're just going to get your light ready. And this goes for any way you want to mount it. If you want to put it on your trolling motor handle, if you want to put it on the steering wheel of your boat, if you got a white light and you're on the boat at night and your light pole in the back of the boat goes out and you need a backup, you can zip tie one of these up there so you're legal. But you're just going to zip tie this down, cinch it up, and then it's on there. And I'll do some videos when I'm able to get out and fish, but you can actually cast this. Not going to fly off. I would give it a shake, but I don't want to hit her in the face. But yeah, it'll cast off really easy, and then when you're done, all you got to do is just press that release button, slides right out, and then you can take it back off. And you can put this on slip bobbers, peg floats, demon dragons, whatever. As long as you got this tight enough, it will not come off.
And those zip ties last a long time. I've still got mine on my milk crate when I made my release a little latch. I've got a couple of those zip ties as well.
Yeah, they're a heavy duty nylon.
I want to know the prices again.
The prices, they're you get one. They're the basic colors, and then they're specialty lights. They got two categories. The basic colors are $4.99 for one, $13.49 for three, or $44.99 for 10. And then it's $4.99 shipping on orders that are 20 units or less. Anything over 20 units, it'll be a little bit more. If you get 50, we'll put them in like a medium flat rate box, and it'll be the cost of the flat rate shipping. The specialty lights, which are the slow changer, the fast changer, and the ultraviolet black light, those are $5.99 for one, $16.49 for three, or $54.99 for 10.
Gotcha. Nuke Kid, how are you doing from South Georgia? You're not too far from me, Nuke Kid. Fishing with Big D, how you doing? You know what I forgot to do is my giveaway. Usually I do the giveaway right after the catch of the week, so let me go ahead and do that. So everyone that's in the chat right now, except for those that have won the past 3 weeks, I'm going to ask a question. And you know what? Let me pull up my channel to see what videos have released so far. Let's see, because I haven't put out much. I've been so busy. But I think most of you have watched my last video I put out. So, what did I do today? What good deed did I do today? How about that? In the chat, first person to answer that. Do 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 do.
We got blue somewhere. We got the blue.
Let's just ask you a question. Saved a bird, the old bastard. That's right. All right. So old bastard, email me after this. Yes, he was. Saved a duck. Yeah. All right.
Technically, that's a bird.
What's that?
Technically, that's a bird.
Technically, that is a bird. So after this, if old bastard will shoot me an email, you'll win a sticker from me. I don't have any sitting out right here. Actually, yes, I do. Well, I can't show that one. But I'll shoot you a picture of the stickers I've got available, and you can pick from that. How about that? Thank you guys for watching that video. I see a lot of people knew what it was. You must be on a long delay. I don't know. Is your video caught up all the way? We're all almost at 1,000 subs. Yes, we are. That is awesome. It's a bringer of spring robins. Alright. Now that that's done, we can go back to our questions. Sorry about that, guys. How many uses have you seen for your LED lights?
Oh, God. That's a long list. We did a contest.
How about this? What are the best uses you've seen?
My favorite? I don't know. I like seeing them used in, I think it's cool that they've been used in emergency situations.
Oh, that's neat.
My dealer, Jesse Laredo, actually, I guess they had a tornado blow through Texas last year. And he had some lit up in his crash bunker with his grandson. They had some blue ones lit up for some light because the power went out and stuff. So that was really cool to know. We actually sent some down for the hurricane down there last year in Texas. We had a bunch of the old second-gen models that I was collecting dust, so I donated them down to Noah Labarra.
Yeah.
I worked with Terry Littlejohn, and they donated those lights for people who needed light sources. And the thought of somebody using those, say, like a sunken car or something, to use for underwater light to see what they're doing when they're
kids here, and you'll probably see them on the photos on our Facebook page. What was neat is each kid got to pick out whatever color they wanted, and they got to stick it in their pumpkins after they carved it.
That's cool.
What's neat about that is you know, it's something that the kids can use, but as parents, we have to, you know, be responsible for, you know, for them to be able to handle them. But it's a safer way of kids being able to use the lights. So
you ain't got to worry about candles.
You don't have to worry about candles. This way they have fun of picking their own colors. And it's something that, you know, you can use over and over and over. I mean, I've used them in my son Jacob's wedding this past September. They got married in my backyard, and I bought a whole bunch of Japanese lanterns, and I stuck, every one of them had one of Timmy's old lights. And it wasn't this newer version, it was the older version.
Yeah.
And it lit up my backyard. I mean,
got pictures of it.
You can, yeah. It's just, they're really good lights for anything that you can just imagine what you can do with them.
They're literally limited to your imagination.
Yes.
I've had thousands, and I get new ideas from people every day. Somebody wanted to use them for light therapy for chronic headaches. A woman in Maine bought some from her flower shop so she could use them in her flower decorations that she sells. My sister-in-law's aunt just bought some for her wedding for her table settings. There's thousands of uses, and we had a contest that was
one gentleman used them on his Christmas tree. Instead of putting lights on his Christmas tree, he put these lights on.
That Doc Lang did it. He had a little small, like 2-foot tall Christmas tree that he decorated up with fishing tackle, and he made the Whisker Stix the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
All right. So Fishing with Big D asks every week from his little one. He wants to know what your favorite cartoon is.
My favorite cartoon, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Foghorn, Leghorn, Looney Tunes, all them old slapstick comedies.
All right.
I love them.
Let's see. It would be good to use for commercial netting so boats wouldn't run into them.
Yeah, that's one way to use
Yeah.
Catman says, I hope commercial nets all get cut up.
I don't agree with commercial fishermen, but yeah, that would be a way to use them.
Let's see. As far as how long they last, is there a difference between how long the battery will last and how long the LED light would last?
Yeah, the battery can run, I say 400 as a minimum. I've had some that last me even up as far as 600 hours. It just depends on how good your vision is at night and how dim you can let this go before you change it.
Yeah.
I ran these over 600 before I changed the batteries. But the bulb itself is rated for 100,000 hours. So that's a lot of batteries being swapped over a few years if you take real good care of them.
Old Bastard said, as a resident of the Texas Gulf Coast whose community was affected by Harvey, let me say thank you for helping out.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Man. I hope it helps somebody down there. They didn't get them lights till later after the event was already over. But I was able to still try to get some out down to Noel Ibarra, and hopefully he was able to put them to good use. I know the mailing and stuff took a while to get in and out of there because of all the flooding and whatnot, but hopefully it helped somebody.
Now, you guys were at the Catfish Conference this year, and I know you guys sold out, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Still playing catch up too.
Still playing catch up. Had you brought, I know you brought less this year than you did the year before, correct?
Yeah.
Had you brought just as many, would you have still sold out, you think?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
That is insane. What did you guys think of the conference as a whole this year?
I loved it. It was a blast.
I had an awesome time. I mean, it was my first year, and I was amazed how everyone just considered everyone family.
It's so cool.
All supported each other.
Yeah.
And that really, really impressed me.
It was super cool. Being not primarily a catfish person, I fish for just about everything. It was just awesome how everybody just kind of took me in. You know, Tiffany from Country Girl Catfishing, she grabbed me by the arm, and I was with her all day long that day. So I was super thankful for that because I didn't know anyone else there besides, I knew Tim from YouTube, but he was running the booth all day. It's not like I could go over there all day. But
they kept pulling Tim away, and we're like, Tim, you gotta come back. We got PayPal, and
I couldn't leave the booth.
But yeah, it was an awesome time. I mean, everybody was just so great.
And I know that
about the catfishing community is just you don't even have to know each other to get along.
Yeah.
99.9% of the time, everybody's always friendly with you, welcoming, opening arms. They'll sit and have a conversation with you, even if they don't know who you are. They'll just sit and chat. And if you need something, they'll help you get it. Or if you need a question answered, they'll help you find it. Everybody's just real friendly, swapping things and swapping information. It's like a family reunion when you go down there almost.
Yeah, a lot of those guys now kind of give me a nickname, Mom Whisker Stix.
Yeah. I love it. So, is there any word yet on where it's going to be next year? Is it still going to be there, or are they working on expanding it?
Last I heard, they had some ideas, 4 different locations. I think Knoxville was one.
Okay.
Potential spot they were looking at. They had quite a few in mind, different areas of the country. I don't know if it's going to be in Louisville again next year or not. I don't think the Crown Plaza is going to be big enough for it myself.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's going to be big enough. It hardly held it this year and almost hardly held it last year even. And as many boats as there are for the catfishing industry, to only have 3 boats sitting in there on display, it's kind of redundant. You might as well not even have the boats there.
Yeah.
And that's half the catfishing business in itself is just the boating side of it. So I think they're definitely going to have a bigger venue, and they might need to look at some different locations. I think it would be cool to maybe each year, almost like the Olympics in a way, where they have a different location every time they have an Olympics.
That would be neat. It gives everybody a chance to go.
Yeah, 1 year they could have it in Kansas City, Missouri. 1 year they could have it in New York City.
Or Minnesota.
1 year they could have it down in Louisiana, Texas, California. They could bounce all over the map. But I think a lot of it that influences it is there's a lot of catfishing all over the country, but there's certain states that are definitely hot spots for it. And to have that focal point where the primary interest is catfishing, it definitely makes sense to want to be in some of those places.
Definitely.
Kentucky, Indiana, tri-state's definitely a hot spot, and it's also a place where also a hot spot for the controversy between commercial fishing and pay lakes and everybody in between. So that also kind of fuels the traffic too. But anywhere you go, you gotta have a reason to be there. The other side of the fence to that is maybe try somewhere where it's not very popular, or maybe get people interested in coming and checking it out and growing the business that way too. But that's always a coin toss, and you don't know how good it'll do. So I don't have a definite location yet. I do get to talk to Hervé often throughout the year, but I haven't heard anything definite.
Me too, Jim. He was the first person I saw when I walked in. I had something on the tip of my tongue, and it's gone now. Oh, yeah. You had mentioned wanting to do more on kid-friendly stuff.
Yeah.
Is that still an idea?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. My goal for the next Catfish Conference, wherever it may be, even if it's at the Crown Plaza again, is I want to try to rent out more than one booth next year, maybe 2, possibly 3 booths. Have one just for the lights, maybe have some for the other products we come out with later this year, the apparel, clothing, and stuff like that. And then maybe have just a 3rd booth for Whisker Stix kids games. Maybe have like a little dunk tank with some catfish swimming in it, and set Dieter Melhorn up in the chair and let people I don't know, some type of something cool to get the kids involved.
You know, I just went to the
Classics
Expo, and they are extremely kid-friendly there. And I got a couple of ideas. There were, you guys know what cornhole is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were like flipping weights into like a cornhole kind of deal. And they had tanks set up, like you said. Then they had a couple other games and things like that. And then there was one where kids would see how far they could cast it to a certain extent at a wall there to make sure the bigger kids didn't cast too far. So I thought all of that was really cool, just to give you maybe some ideas.
Oh yeah, I want to at least try to have some mini games or something, or maybe face painting or something. Even if I just sell little fake tattoos that you rub onto their arm or something, a little tattoo of a catfish, sell kids clothes.
Yeah.
That are targeted towards the kids to get their parents to bring their kids and have them involved too, because that's why we're fighting against all this pay lake and stuff around this area, is for the future generation. So why not include them in it? And Catfish Bill's son did a great job at the conference.
He was awesome, wasn't
he? He's like 14. He stepped up and he took all the tickets the whole weekend by himself. He did it solo. He didn't buckle under pressure or nothing. And maybe next year we could have a couple of his friends come with him and they could run it, so the grown-ups could go run their booths and stuff. Or maybe I'll have Alyssa help my mom handle some sales and stuff, and she can swipe the time and they're just not standing there bored saying, "Daddy, I want to go home."
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
Yeah. Any other questions you guys have for Tim? Any questions about Whisker Stix LED lights? Everybody's saying hey to each other. Okie Catfishing just came in the chat.
Heck, if you guys end up just wanting to hook up and try to go fishing sometime, or you ain't been catfishing, I'll be more than happy.
Tell them where you're located. How about that?
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. I live in Coleraine Township. Not too far from Northgate Mall for anybody that's around this area. I'm pretty close to the Great Miami River, the Little Miami River, the Ohio River, Whitewater River, and the biggest lake around here is East Fork State Park. if anybody wants to get out and try to have some fun fishing, or you want to bring your boat up and go out, or I can take you on the banks, whatever you guys want to do, we'll go out and have a good time. And I've actually tried to use this almost popularity that I've gained the best way I could think of. And I've had quite a few guys. I don't mean to keep bringing up the word pay lake here and there, but there's been some guys who are from that side of the fence, and either they've asked me that they came to me and said, hey, I don't know where to go. I'm wanting to get away from it too. And I've taken them out to a couple spots and shown them a good time. Or there's been some guys who I've sat and had a calm dispute about it and invited them out to come with me. And they've came out and they've had a good time. And I hope that I can maybe use that to try to help make a change in some people too, because it seems to be working.
Yeah.
That intrigues you. Feel more than happy to come out and hit me up, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Why don't you give them a short spiel on why you're against pay lakes? And I know that not every pay lake is the same, of course.
Correct.
But just a short little spiel.
Well, I grew up around it my whole life, fished it all the time. And I started seeing some things happening, and some people think that all pay lakes are bad, and I'll say that not all pay lakes are bad. There is a place for it, and some people do have the right arguments in the wrong places. There are pay lakes that are strictly farm-raised channel catfish or even just carp. And a lot of those places intend for you to catch what you can, take them home and eat them, and then they'll restock it with farm-raised fish. That's great. The downside to it are these trophy pay lakes where they'll go down to the rivers and they'll take hoop nets or whatever manufactured traps they've got. Sometimes they get them even on just rod and reel. And they'll take these trophy-sized flatheads and blue cats. They'll load them up in a water truck, take them to a man-made hand-dug or bulldozed over water hole. It's usually no more than 2 acres. And they'll load them up with all these trophy flatheads and blue cats for people to catch. And it can be great for people who want to take their kids in a safe environment to catch big cats. That's fine. But what's bad about it is taking them big fish out of the river. And when you're stocking 5,000 to 10,000 pounds into these small lakes, they don't have enough oxygen. They don't have room to move around. It's equivalent to taking a 10-gallon aquarium and loading it up with 50,000 goldfish that are 3 inches long. Yeah. And they're just smothered. Yeah. And they die rapidly. And when they die, they get put in the dumpster. The lake needs to restock it, so they'll go back to the river and tri-state area. And between those 500 pay lakes, you're looking at over millions and millions of pounds that are stocking in each of these lakes every single year. And it's going to get to the point where they're not going to be able to find big fish in the Ohio River, so they'll have to go to the Potomac or the Mississippi or the Tennessee or the Missouri River, all these other big rivers across the country, and reservoirs too. It's not just rivers. And they'll branch out farther to keep their stuff stocked up. And what's going to happen ultimately, it could be 10 years from now, it could be 50 years. There's not going to be any big fish for these guys to catch.
Exactly.
And when they don't have big fish to stock in their lakes, they're not going to be able to run business because nobody will want to catch them anyway. So they're shooting themselves in the foot, if you ask me. But I just don't believe in taking something out of the wild, putting it into something on your private property to make a personal profit on, and to make profit on gambling, because these guys put money in jars, they make bets, and whoever gets the biggest flathead or the biggest blue takes home a bunch of money, and that's how they make their money. That's just not something I'm about. And the way they run the place, they put this copper sulfate in some of them. Not all of them do it, but the copper sulfate is supposed to be the intent to keep the water clean and treated. They overdo it, and it irritates the fish and causes them to bite. So people get more action, and it's just not right. You see some pictures where these guys got supposed to be a 70-pound flathead. It's 4.5 foot long, and it's this skinny.
Yeah.
It's malnourished. So if you guys want to check more about that and get some of your own education, go on YouTube and look up Exposing Pay Lakes. There's a 20-minute video that'll tell you all about it. It's definitely worth watching to the end.
That's right. CPR. Practice it. Catch, photo, release. Especially the giants. Okie Catfishing said it right. Strengthen the gene pool.
Yeah, you're taking away the big fish. And I could talk about it forever. I try not to.
Yeah.
You know, I'll talk, but
Um,
take them big jeans out, and big fish can't grow no more.
that's right.
Only catch little fish.
Fishing with Frito. He always catches my live stream about halfway or about an hour through it.
Oh, man.
That big bass I caught today was CPR, catch photo release. I actually didn't even have my camera rolling when I caught it, so my sister was thankfully there and had her phone out. But Frito, we're here with Whisker Stix LED lights. Does anyone else have some questions for him before we start talking about a couple other things before we wrap up? Whisker Stix sells LED lights as of right now. He's also got some apparel. What's the website they can get the apparel on?
Teespring.com.
There you go.
You can go on. You can go on Teespring and just search Whisker Stix. It'll pull a bunch of stuff up.
Yep. Or go to their
you can
Facebook page.
Yeah, you can go to my Facebook page, and the very first post pinned at the top is Whisker Stix apparel. You click on there to pull up the whole store where you can check out the new leggings we got, the iPhone cases, beach towels, wall tapestry, stickers. We got some other new items out besides just the shirts and hoodies.
Anything else?
Appreciate that, Okie.
Thank you, Okie.
That means a lot, man. I appreciate that, Okie.
I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about your product. I've got 2 lights coming my way, guys. I'm really looking for them. We got 2 lights, blue lights coming.
We haven't got much negative feedback, but I will put this out there. If you do find something wrong with them that you don't like, something that you think might be able to be improved, I am more than happy to take anybody's feedback, whether it's good or bad. If you tell me they suck, just tell me why. Why do you think they suck? And then I see that as a positive thing. It'll help me make them even better than they already are now.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, you got to be able to take the good with the bad.
I have a question. I would love to wear Whisker Stix hoodies and shirts, but the problem is I'm a big boy. Notice you got a lot of YouTubers t-shirts and in a 5XL. Is there a certain place to go?
I believe most of our stuff only goes up to 5X.
That's
too.
all. Yeah, it only goes up to 5X.
You might be able to contact Teespring, send them an email. If you need something bigger than 5X, tell them that you're wanting to order this product and see if they might have something bigger than that available, like a 6X. I've actually not had that problem yet, so I wouldn't be able to know what to tell you. But maybe we could try to work something out. Maybe I can see if I can find somebody that does carry a size bigger than 5X, and maybe we can see if we can get something made up for you. Might cost just a little bit more, but if you're willing to pay that extra price, we might be able to try to work something out for you.
There you go. Okay, Catfishing said his only problem is a user error.
Yeah. I asked him to put one of these on while he had it on his ride. I said, hey, Okie, why don't you cast it out real hard real quick and show people it don't come off. And he cast it out, the battery flew out because his line got kinked up. And he actually broke his line off. His weights and stuff went flying, and it took the battery with it.
But the light didn't come off.
Light stayed on, though.
Yeah.
So
Then grabbed the battery and yanked it out of there. That's what I think.
PGH Bottom Theaters, what's up? How's it going?
What's going on, Matt?
Matt, do you have any questions for Tim here? You know his product, I'm sure.
That's the wrong charger, Mom.
Uh,
Right there. Yeah, plug it in. My phone's dying. I don't want to lose live chat. Okie can tornado test them. I can tornado test them, Frank. We'll put them in the toilet, flush it. Yeah.
Welcome back.
There we go. You got your baby. Oh, it's Alex. Oh.
I don't think he does the t-shirts in-house. He actually does that out-of-house. So I'm not sure if that would work. But I bet if you contact that company, they've probably got something that would go well with you. Since they are a t-shirt company or a logo company, I would assume they have those circumstances every now and again.
Fred, what I could do is if you wanted to send me a shirt that fits you, there is a local t-shirt shop here where I could have that logo made for you. I don't know what it would cost, but I could find out and let you know what the price would be and send you an invoice for it. We could take care of it that way.
Yeah.
Might take a while to wait for it to show up, get it made, and then sent back to you, but I think after it's all said and done, we could get one done for you.
He said he'd be glad to pay extra. Twisted said it's sorely approved.
Yeah, send us a message on the Facebook page, Fredo, and we'll get you taken care of if that's something what you really want, man.
Yeah.
Be more than happy to help.
I appreciate that, Dewey.
Don't forget to give Sarah a thumbs up. I'll make sure I get that right now. Boom. I almost forgot to. How rude of me not the thumbs up at the beginning.
And you're in it.
I'm in it.
Let's see. Any other questions for them? I've went through my questions. You guys can see the chat is no longer in the live stream because I talked to Tim about this earlier, but I felt like it was redundant, and I asked him about it, and he said he thought so as well. And I'm thinking I like this new layout a little bit better anyways. What do you guys think about it?
And once it's over, you're going to see the live chat playing back. You're watching your phone in landscape, you're going to see the chat rolling through the side of the screen anyway. You can toggle it on and off if you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know what, Heather? I'll forgive you this one time. Dewey said he forgot to give the thumbs up as well.
Yeah, we're backing.
Alright, Okie says he likes the new layout. Kentucky said he likes it. Kids are in a sugar coma. Lights out.
I'm ready for a sugar coma too.
I ran my kid. I mean, we were outside running from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock today, and she went to bed right at 8:15.
Looks like they like your new layout.
Yeah.
The other way was a little busy.
Yes, I agree.
That's what Matt says.
Awesome.
Fred, you're welcome, bud. Yeah, just send us a message on the Facebook page when it's ever convenient for you, and we'll help you out the best we can, man.
Twisted says he's gonna raid the fun dips.
Because I'm smoking an entire log of breakfast sausage wrapped in bacon.
I'm going after the Starburst jelly beans.
That's right. No problems with you losing my guest. I think that was an issue on their end. The past two folks, I had Anthony in here, and he was in the car the whole time, so he was losing connection from driving from South Carolina to North Carolina. And then last week, I had Fly Fishing Ninja in here, and he was having some connection issues as well because of where he lives. So it just depends on the connection that night, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, Grab Life by the Fish 1 is an awesome channel to follow. She has some amazing content.
When I get done, if I haven't already.
Yeah, she has some awesome content. She is a bass fisherman and does kayak fishing, bank fishing, a little bit of saltwater fishing. I think she's trying to get into some more tournaments this year.
So she bait fishes.
She doesn't bait fish, she bank fishes.
You said bass fishing. I said she bait fishes.
Oh, she bait, yeah. For you, yeah, she bait fishes.
We can use those as bait here in Ohio.
You can?
Yeah, they're great for flathead live bait.
Yeah. We can't do that here.
You can use anything that you catch on rod and reel as bait, pretty much. So crappie, bass, walleye, whatever. As long as you're actively fishing for it while you're catching the catfish, you can use it for bait.
You can do that in North Carolina, but you can't in South Carolina. Let's see. I actually didn't know that until Dieter mentioned it. He's in North Carolina.
Yep.
I was asked to send a official PGH volunteer to a tackle shop in Florida. That's very cool, PGH.
That's awesome, Matt. Your mankini. Is that Speedo?
Heather had a metal detecting video not so long. Yes, she does do metal detecting as well. She does a little bit of everything. She's also got a drone she takes out every now and again. She's got a DJI. What is it? The Phantom? DJI Phantom 3, I believe. See you, Dewey.
Bait fish thing too. So
What's that?
I was telling her, I just apologize. I'm joking about the bait fishing thing. Bass are fun too.
She can take it. She can take it. Big J Aquatics and Vape. I'm doing great. How are you? I actually got to meet D Almighty at the not the Catfish Conference, at the Bassmasters Classic Expo. Super cool guy.
Sleeker than ooh. Ooh. We'll have to wear it when we go fishing together, Jen.
I don't know. I'm a PG channel. I don't know if that's PG appropriate.
I'll make sure you wear it at night so I don't see it when we're out fishing. All we'll see is the Whisker Stix.
Don't let them have your lights.
Yeah. They'll zip time to a Speedo.
Yeah. So someone said I'll see you next week. Next week we're gonna have Musky Hans on here to talk about ice fishing. Definitely something I've never done.
I just seen you about to spit out your drink. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
The week after that, on the 15th, we're gonna have Grab Life About the Fish on here to talk about co-angling, and then I know a lot of you cat fishermen have been waiting on this. Dieter Melhorn is going to be on here on the 22nd. So that's in the works right now.
I can't wait for it on there. I wonder if he'll have a ponytail still when that video comes out.
I think you will. I think you will. Have they made that challenge official?
We gotta come up with the rules for our contest here soon.
Yes. Let's go ahead. Let's make that official for everybody.
Frank's on here, so he can.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my teammate.
So it's gonna be me and Tiffany, right?
Yep. Sarah and Tiffany versus me and Frank.
I don't know if Tiffany knows about this.
She will.
It's gonna be any cats.
Any cat.
Can be fished anywhere except for a pay lake, correct?
Yep.
All right. And we're gonna do it all summer long.
I don't know. We can work out the time on that.
Yeah.
Maybe come up with. Frank's about 5 hours from me, so maybe we'll say 2 trips. Day or night, doesn't matter. And
Tiffany and I will not be able to be together. We'll have to collab separately.
There you go.
So maybe through live streams or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we can dual stream it or something off Facebook.
That'd be cool.
And then we'll figure it out to where between the 4 of us, which team has the most fish weighed in 2 trips.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We'll set like a time limit, like 3 or 4 or 5 hours or something on the trip. And then total weight, we'll come up with some wagers later on.
Big Fish says his specialty is ice fishing. All right, awesome. So you can have a lot of input in next week because I don't have a lot of ice fishermen that watch me. Besides Musky and I know Outdoors Weekly does a bit of ice fishing every now and again when he travels. Any other questions for us before I start to wrap this up? Any questions for me, Tim?
No, we'll have to try to sort out these details and come up with a blood-binding contract.
All right.
And we'll see what the wagers will be.
All right.
You guys don't have mustaches to shave off, and we don't have ponytails.
Not that you know of.
Yeah, we'll come up with some rules, and then we'll figure out something cool to put out there.
Figure something out. Let's see.
Maybe it'd be the loser eats a spoonful of Secret 7.
Whew. The Wyatt Life, what's going on? We've got Whisker Stix LED lights.
I don't think Frank wants to make that bargain.
Any questions you guys have for Whisker Stix or myself? I'll give you the lineup one more time. This week we've had Whisker Stix. Next week we've got Musky Hans to talk ice fishing. The week after that we've got Grab Life by the Fish, Heather to talk about coat angling. And on the 22nd we've got Dieter Melhorn. If any of you guys have a specialty or something you guys want to come on the show and talk about, email me or shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and we can get the kinks worked out to see if if that's a topic I want on the show. And let me know, because that's as far as the lineup is going so far. Is there any topics you guys want to see on the show? Maybe I can get someone that's more knowledgeable than me, because I'm not an expert on anything. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all these great people on here.
Yeah, you got a good lineup coming up, man.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
That show with Dieter is gonna be a hoot.
It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. I'd asked him about, before I even started doing the lives, I told him about the idea of me getting multiple people on here and just doing it basically a side by side like I've got tonight, and going over different topics from pan fishing all the way to bass fishing, catfishing, ice fishing, all these different topics, and get people in there that know a lot about it. And I wanted to get him in there to talk about tournament catfishing. And he said sure, he'd love to, and he got really busy really fast. But he's going to be able to finally get me in on the 22nd. He's had 2 races come up that he's had to work. So I'm really looking forward to getting him in here. I'm really looking forward to talking about coat angling with Heather. That's something I want to get into, and hopefully she can give me a lot of insight, because I know nothing about that. And as far as ice fishing goes, we don't have hard water here, so I really look forward to that.
Maybe you could do a show for people who are looking to start up their own YouTube channels like you and I got. And I know yours is way bigger than mine. I think I just broke 200 subs. But people who are interested, where you just did the one not too long ago where you showed the new tech and stuff that you got, your new equipment. Maybe get somebody on there who's real proficient with helping people get established as their own YouTube channel.
Well, that'd be good.
I know a lot of these guys here who are commenting got their own channels already, but some people might be looking to start out. Heck, she's wanting to start her own channel back here. And I would see about getting Jacob Howes on with Northwoods Angling, because he does a lot.
That would be awesome.
Talk to him and Luke can talk about fishing a little bit, and Jake could talk about gear like there's no tomorrow.
We've got a little mantra going back and forth, because during their live stream, they asked which one was better looking. And so every now and again I'll send a donation, and I'll put 2 of the best looking guys I've seen in a while, and they'll reply back which one of us is better looking.
I think Luke looks better because Jake done said that he makes him look good.
Yes, that's exactly right.
What he said at the YouTube rally.
Yep.
I make this guy look good.
Let's see. Deer Hunter Trapper. Yes, I remember you very well. That giveaway got lost in my husband's truck, and he got it a month late. So I apologize about that. How do I get that shirt and sticker I won last week? Shoot me an email. Email with your address. It is sitting right here. Waiting on you. I've been waiting on you. I'd like to see John from John's Fish Tales or Alex from Realistic Fishing. I don't think Alex is really interested in doing much collaborating right now. Based on some of the things he said to a couple of other folks. But I can definitely reach out to them and see if they're interested in it. Let's see.
Have you talked to Chris Flores yet about getting him on?
I have not. That's something I need to do as well. You know, they're finishing up that rod and reel DIY rod and reel challenge they did.
Yeah, you guys could get some aftermath of that on your show. That'd be cool.
And Tiffany and I have one, but you know, she's got that remodel of her house going on right now.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So I'm waiting on her to finish up her house for me to start my reel. I've got everything for my rod. I've just got to put it together.
Maybe we should get Oki on.
Frank says get Oki on.
Wow, you caught a 5-pound bass off the spinner I gave you. That is awesome. Deer Hunter Trapper, send that to me through Instagram, and I'll put you in the catch of the week for next week. Yeah, guys, don't forget to send in your pictures for next week. And if you've got kids or you've got nieces and nephews catching fish, send those as well, and I'll include them in the kids catch of the week version. I think everyone's liking it.
She's going to be in the next catch of the week.
She's going to be in the next one. Awesome. I'm glad. I'd like to see Oki on. I'm no good on camera.
He don't need a YouTube channel then. He'd be awesome. I'm going to try to film him this year too.
I think who else? So I'll be reaching out to a couple of people. I wanted to kind of get an idea of what you guys wanted to see, what topics you guys wanted to see. I know I reached out to Tim in the past couple that I've done. I've reached out to all of them. I've reached out to this next month's, and from there I'm kind of drawing a blank. Panfish Bill, I could probably get him on here.
Maybe you could do one about your crafts and stuff that you do with your decals and your wood burning stuff you got going on. Get somebody else who does similar with you, and you're all
I might do that.
People who like watching your stuff. That'd be cool to watch. I'd like to watch it myself.
Yeah. I've actually got a wood burning I've got to finish tonight. Luckily, I'm on night shift tomorrow, so I've got to get back in that night shift swing. You want to get Steve Douglas on drifting topics. He might be a hard one to get. He's really busy right now. Catfish Bill and PGH have a secret trip coming. A catch and decal. Just stopping by to say hello as always, Casual Carolina Fishing. What's going on? He's another one that always catches the very end of my live streams.
Surprised we ain't seen Mike Chavez yet.
What's that?
Surprised I ain't seen Mike Chavez come on here yet.
He works night shift on Sundays. So he might stop by every now and again and say hey, but he works every one I do.
He always misses all the good shows. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. K-Bug is still here. She sent in a picture last week of her catching a bass, I believe. And it was awesome. Alright. I am going to be wrapping this up. Getting skunked. I'm sorry. I'm just glad I didn't get skunked today. I'll tell you about today. Today I went out and I went with my sister, and the goal was to try some new baits. Hey Dexter. I'm not leaving quite yet. You've got a couple minutes. I'll do the catch of the week again in just a minute so you can see your fish on there. That's the guy with the red tail catfish. But
what's up, Dexter?
Hi.
Good seeing you, Tim. Good streaming, Sarah. Thank you all. See you, Okie. So I went out today, and I probably spent the first hour and a half with like 3 bites, and that was it. And we were in a pond that doesn't have any catfish in it. It is basically bluegill, brim, and bass. And I went to a spot where we never catch anything, and decided to hop over there since we had a trolling motor with us for the first time, and threw out drag instantly. So I start freaking out. My sister's not realizing what's going on, and finally we get the fish close to the boat, realize how huge it is, and I'm blessing myself out just because I didn't bring my scale. But I'm guessing it's between a 7 and 8 pounder.
Man.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Maybe I can. Actually, I'd have to go through here. Bear with me for just a second. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me make sure that's not pulling that up. No, it's not. Let's see. I think I can just pull that straight up and transfer it over there, just so you guys can see the size. I know a couple of you saw it on Facebook, but for those that don't have me on Facebook,
Jim says 8.26 pounds.
is that the exact weight on it?
So he says.
I like that. I'm going with that 8.26, my new PB. Let's see. Where did it go? Well, now it's not showing up.
Deer Hunter Trapper says they got 2 to 3 inches of snow today.
Jeez. That's
I'm
rough.
ready for snow to be done.
It was almost 80 here today.
Just skip spring, take me straight to summer.
Yeah, I agree.
We gotta catch another bass. Big bass for you.
Yeah, on summer and spring.
Get you a big catfish.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to pull that picture up. It doesn't look like. Oh, well. You'll see it soon enough, guys.
We're going to put her pole to work this year. She's got her own 10-foot purple nightstick that she begged me for with a purple Abu Garcia 6500 trophy collection reel. She knows how to use that thing, too.
Wow, that is awesome.
Picture a 7-year-old girl with a 10-foot rod and can throw it 50 feet.
The Wyatt Life said he was in the yard just catching crawlers, and it started to snow.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last time when it was my first time on a boat when I was 7, I caught tons of thousands of bluegills.
Wow, that is impressive.
She filled up my bait cooler.
And 1 bass.
Chris Flores just came out with a video, too. I was going to say it the same way.
Yeah.
Fish, free bait.
Yep. Very true. That was a great video. You never know how kids are going to react.
We took her out on a boat, and in a couple hours, I had hundreds of bluegill.
That's crazy.
Because of me.
All right, guys. I am going to wrap this up. I'm going to show the catch of the week one more time, and then we'll say our goodbyes. All right, so I'm going to do the catch of the week in 3, 2, 1. Catch of the week. Where the size doesn't matter. I don't care what you're catching. I just want to see you getting out there and catching fish. First up, we've got Big Fish. All of these YouTube channels are in the description below. Make sure you're checking them out. 8.5 pound trout. That is crazy. Good job. This was caught in PEI, Canada. Next up, we've got on YouTube Musky Hans. He sent this picture in of his girl catching a brown trout. all these folks catching brown and any type of trout, rubbing it in my face, knowing it's the fish of the year for me. Weekend Angler on YouTube, caption for this is when the fish feels warmer than you. Another one that's in that cold weather right now. YouTube, get out the house, go fish. Another trout, this is a sea trout caught in the Hobie. He does a lot of trout fishing right now, and he loves that Hobie, guys. And then we've got Bottom Dollar Outdoors. Actually met him at the Catfish Conference, catching this channel cat. He's got something coming up on the Santee Cooper, and he lives within 30 minutes of me, so I'm hoping we can do some collaborating really soon. Wyatt Life on YouTube. This is Cora's biggest largemouth bass. Love seeing pictures of this family sent in. Last week he had one of his son. Then we've got Dexter on YouTube. Make sure you're checking out his channel. He's out of Malaysia. 16 kg red tail catfish. I showed this to all my buddies at work because I thought it was just a gorgeous fish.
It's a beautiful fish.
Outdoors Weekly, caught on a home fly. Another pretty fish. I'm hoping I can do a little fly fishing this year as well. Get into that. And we've got Adam Outdoors, new to YouTube, so make sure you're checking his channel out. Catching this at North Ponds Park in Webster, New York, about 6 inches long. Awesome. Then we got Anthony Horton Fishing. I'm not sure if this is his PB. If it's not, it's real close. 8.2 pounds. So, Jim, what was mine? He comes real close to my fish, right? Then we've got Danny Sizemore, another one that's not on YouTube, so he's showing you every week that you don't have to have a channel to send these pictures into me. You can send them to me from Facebook, from email, from Instagram. I want to see them, guys. Then we've got RhinoFishing TV, sending in this bass, weighing in at 2.84 pounds. Awesome. Good looking bass there. Next up, this one was a funny one. Fishin N Stuff sent this in. Wanted everybody to know that his wife is the catch of his life. This was too sweet for me not to include, guys. Now we've got the future, the kids. I told you guys I'd be doing this separate. First up, we've got Old Man Catfishing on YouTube. He sent this in of his grandson, Bentley, catching giants. I cannot get over that kid's face. How happy does he look? Then we've got on YouTube Ervin the Paid Taurus. This is his grandson, Dylan James, 8 years old, with his first fish ever caught. That's a good feeling. YouTube, The Weekend Angler. This is Caitlin catching a bass with her dad. How cool is that? That's it, guys, the catch of the week. So make sure you're sending in those pictures. Like I said, email, Instagram, Facebook, all of them. I want to see them. Pictures of your kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews. I'll include them in the kids portion. And whenever you send them, if you have a YouTube channel, I'd appreciate it if you send a link. It makes it a little bit easier for me to do it in the description below. If you're not able to, I understand. And remember, you don't have to have a YouTube channel to actually participate. I don't care. So, yeah. And once again, size doesn't matter. Species doesn't matter. I just want to see you out there fishing. So I know Tim sent in 2 for next week. I've got a couple of others that sent in some. And make sure you're showing some love in the comments. Let me pull it up right now, see what everybody's saying.
Alyssa had a comment on that red tail.
What's that?
Alyssa had a comment on the red tail that Dexter caught. What did you gonna say? That's what I'm talking about.
You sound like Morgan Freeman.
It was the longest night of his life. Oh, Andy.
8.26 pounds. I'm gonna start using that, Jim. Wyatt Life uploaded a 300 subscriber giveaway, so everybody go and check out that. Dexter, that is such a cool fish. Such a cool fish.
Catch one.
Great catch, y'all. Hopefully we'll have another pick up rider for you. That would be awesome. I'm loving seeing all these kids' pictures. That is great. it just shows what our next generation is going to be like. I let mine reel in a couple of the fish today. She didn't actually catch any on her little rod. She's still too young to keep it in the water right now, basically. What's going on, Fly Fishing Ninja? You are catching the end of the stream. Alright, any other questions for Whisker Stix LED lights? After the show, make sure you're going down below and clicking the Facebook link to his Facebook page. Make sure you're liking that. Make sure you're checking out his product. He's got an amazing product. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about his LED lights. I've got 2 coming my way really soon. Really looking forward to it. Awesome, they caught one on their own fly. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Good to see kids having fun. I agree. I was napping. I have to work tonight. I understand. I kept you from your nap the last live stream. I apologize for that.
Ninja, I wasn't joking. I want to see if I can get a hold of James Burke Custom Rods and see if we can get you a Ninja rod.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it looked like a katana and a Ninja Star reel. Let's see what I can do.
Kentucky Catman says he loves his Whisker Stix.
Thanks, Jim. Don't forget we got the... what I do on there is I show little fishing tips. I got some reel cleaning videos, tackle tips. We do lots of fishing streams later in the year once it starts to warm up. I actually take guys.
Yes, Whisker Stix Fishing. It's in the description below.
I'll make a little comment, take my phone out, and I'll stream for like 4 or 5 hours at a time on a fishing trip.
Yep.
Show you guys what I do and take you along for the ride.
Yep. Very cool channel.
Appreciate the support.
All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I've got a little bit of work to do before I go and take my own nap. Thank you so much, guys, for being on here. You're an awesome family.
Thank you very much.
Really
Thanks for having us on.
You guys were
I
able
was
to make it.
excited to come on.
Yeah, really happy. If you guys have any other questions for them, you guys have an email or just message you through Facebook?
Yeah, you can message us through Facebook. The email is whiskerstixcincy, CINCY, @gmail.com. You can send us a message there. My personal phone number is 513-519-4325. You can send me a text or give me a call. And whatever you guys want to ask us, ask away. We can take orders. We can answer questions, set up tournament deals if you guys are looking for tournament sponsorships, whatever you guys are interested in. And we'll try to take care of you.
That's awesome. All right, guys. As always, I will catch you all later. Thank you guys for coming on the show. I will see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you, for supporting us. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, you guys are awesome. I couldn't help but do it. So, next week, we've got Musky on here to talk about ice fishing. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully, I'll see all of you here. Really just trying to expand this channel into more of a learning experience, teaching everyone all the different techniques, all of the different fish, species, everything. Just making this us as a community as a whole, not just a bunch of cat fishermen, a bunch of bass fishermen, just bringing everybody together, because that's going to play a big part in the future of fishing, I believe.
Fishing's fishing. It don't matter what you're going after. It's all the same mindset and the
That's
same
right.
good.
We can all get along. All right, guys. Good night, everyone, and I will catch you later.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Goodbye.